Began as a frantic search for 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan has settled into a silence that grips Lansdowne Station.
It just blows my mind that there's absolutely nothing.
RCMP are now offering new information to the public of the siblings' movements before they went missing.
Based on details gathered so far, we have confirmed that Lily and Jack were observed in public with family members on the afternoon of May 1st.
On May 2nd, 2025, 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack vanished from a Nova Scotia trailer. Pull-up diaper?
Y'all doing all right? Hey, Glenn. Y'all doing okay?
The RCMP launched a massive search. 160 volunteers, K-9s, drones, and helicopters scoured 5.5 square kilometers of Fiona-ravaged woods. 2025, the RCMP finally spoke. Lily and Jack were seen alive on May 1st at 3:17 p.m., observed in public with family members slashing the disappearance.
I was talking about something that, hey, Carol, I've heard them say, but I didn't ever write down because I thought it might have been from summer situation, but I kept hearing the word shed. And they got that shed covered now with a new tarp. So I wonder what that's about. Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Appearance window to 19 hours. Corporal Sandy Matherou's words, based on details gathered so far, drip with caution. Video evidence and eyewitness accounts confirmed the sighting, but who saw them? A neighbor? A store clerk? The RCMP won't say. The phrase family members is deliberately vague, dodging names. For weeks, the timeline rested on April 29th, when a school bus driver spotted the kid.
Why would anybody not show evidence of that the kids were seen on the first? I mean, that would have been a good sign, I would think. Be something that the mom and stepdad really need to know. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Sabina. I think it's just a bunch of crap, if you want my opinion about it. They just, like a dog chasing his tail.
Now, May 1st upends it all. Timelines are the heart of missing persons cases. Why downplay this shift as a technical update? The RCMP's begging for Gearlock Road dash cam footage, April 28th to May 2nd, but won't reveal what hours of video they've already collected. Neighbor Melissa Scott handed over 5 days of footage from her 7 trail cameras on May 20th, one on her driveway, others in the woods. She saw nothing unusual, but the Major Crime Unit's request suggests they're chasing something specific. Are they sitting on unseen footage of the kids? The RCMP's vague language shields them from scrutiny, hinting they're holding back critical evidence. The community's not buying it.
Sullivan children aged 6 and 4 were seen in public a day before they disappeared. We've reached Robert Parker. He is the warden of the municipality of Pictou County. He is in Central West River. We're good of you to join us. We won't talk specifically about the case because I know that you're not privy to information on this, but what do you think the sense will be in your community tonight when people hear even the slightest bit of new information from the RCMP? How is it received?
I think any bit of new information is wanted and needed. One thing that's short in this sad affair is good information. And when good information isn't available, then false information or whatever people decide on their own, that gets spread around. So any bit of information is good, but it doesn't tell us a lot. It tells us that little Lily and Jack were there the day before they disappeared, which is what was assumed all along and what was told by the parents, that they disappeared that morning. So it sort of lends some credence to that, I guess, and takes away some of the stories that, well, they hadn't been around for a week and things like that. But it's, there's still a long ways to go, and I think the RCMP are struggling.
Do me a favor, look on your phone, on calendar, and see what day the first was of last month.
First of last.
Yeah. May. Just swipe it toward the closet. What day was it?
Tuesday.
It was on a Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Because whoever that was speaking for the children that day said that she's seen them in the room on Friday. But I don't know what Friday that was.
Wait a minute. No, the first was not on a Tuesday. My bad. That was on a Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah, my bad. I read it backwards for a minute. It's right here.
The first was on Thursday.
Yeah. Sorry, I read it backwards for a minute.
Hand me that paperwork. Where is it? Is that it?
Hey guys, I'm just playing peekaboo, I guess.
Guys, I want to find something here. I try to keep my ducks in a row as much as I can.
As much as he tries to, at least.
Well, I mean, it's stuff that helps prove what the spirit realm is saying.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, with what I do, I think it's very important. Oh. Party Thursday. You said that was Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
We done got that. Okay. Ice. Making ice. Okay. Seen them in their room on Friday. Got it right here. It's not what's wrote down right there. I put read out loud. Seen
in their room Friday.
What? What does this say? Speak it out loud.
A party.
A what?
Party. On Thursday.
What day did you say the first was?
Thursday.
When they go missing? The second. That would have been Friday.
That would have been Friday, yeah.
See, we're already getting stuff. We got stuff ahead of time before all this even got thought of. I'm keeping my proof of pudding right here.
Proof of pudding?
That's right.
I was going to say, that's not pudding.
Hey,
that's facts, not pudding.
That's good as gold right there.
That is facts, not pudding.
Well, facts turns out to be good stuff. So yeah, they're just chasing tail what they doing.
Struggling, to find any little bit of lead they can, and so they know the public is hungry for answers, so they're letting out whatever they can. So I don't know if this information was available before and they just hadn't let it out, or if it wasn't available and whatever made it available now. I'm not sure of the facts.
Pictou County Warden Robert Parker voices a town on edge. The May 1st sighting is symbolically valuable, he told CBC, but it doesn't.
So we do know there was a party held. It might have been just a group of friends or whatnot, but still there was a party held. The authorities even said so. That would have been Thursday. When did this actually occur? Because the school is saying they were out a week prior to this. I've noticed that the schools, what they've said about the school, they've changed their story twice. Okay. So what happened between Thursday night and Friday morning?
A lot of stuff could happen.
Okay. So if that neighbor knew that they were having guests over, what call it party, whatever you want, but if they knew that they were having guests over, and her having a total of 12 cams and only presenting 7, and 4 with only anything that was on it that didn't add up to nothing. Right there's hiding right there. Would it have shown that the children would have been took out of the house that night? Would it have shown if they were put in the car or truck, whatever they have, Friday morning? I don't think so. I think it would have all been done if that timeline is correct on Thursday night. And y'all know how much rain they've had. It's been I've seen comments from everywhere. There's a lot of continents. It's been just pouring down rain. Thank you, Sabina. Look through these and see if one of them, if I've got the names of them. Take them off real quick and send me the names on them. Thank you, yeah, for that.
It's a lot.
Like a name?
It supports the parents'
Yeah,
claim
pull them off.
Lily and
Just
Jack were
pull
home
them
until
front.
May 2nd,
Just
but
pull
Parker's
front.
skeptical.
And they'll
Was
come
this
off.
information sitting in RCMP files, or are they only now catching up? After 28 days of silence, Lansdowne Station's trust is fraying. Hearlock Road has
28 days. 28 days. Malaya left on the 2nd. Whatever took place, if it didn't happen before, and it just built up tension between the two, because there's a third party. She was involved with someone else. If it didn't happen before, then it all happened Thursday night. And if they say party, it could just be, like I said, a bunch of friends come over and just hang out. But strangely enough, there were no cards in them cameras that actually looked their direction. There were 4 that were showing out toward the road and driveway. But I guarantee you, they were put in after. And if they do a recount on that and just pull everything out of it, they can hook it up at the jailhouse. And everything that's been deleted or anything, they can get that footage. I don't know if that woman knows that or not, but they can. It's the same way with cell phone. It don't matter what you delete permanently, it's not gone. It's still saved. They can get it.
maybe 10 homes, some with trail cameras, but Fiona's chaos, uprooted trees, treks now taking hours, buried search hopes. Parker noted the RCMP searched the woods so hard, yet K9S found no scent, no trail. Then, a stunning claim. The RCMP ruled out abduction on May 3rd, just day 2.
At least they had common sense enough to know to rule out any kidnapping.
No strange cars, no tire tracks. Why dismiss it so fast? If not the woods,
Because
not
it
an
didn't happen that
abduction,
way.
where are they looking? All over, rumors ignite. Nighttime SUVs, freshly cleaned ATVs near the trailer. Parker's fear runs deeper. People are coming up with their own options. The RCMP's refusal to address speculation only fuels distrust. Parker's doubt reflects a community losing faith in the RCMP's transparency.
Very much so.
A retired cop sees through the fog.
So I don't like to think about it, but
It ain't right. They can't keep this on like that.
They said no abduction. That's a big statement.
Without them really looking bad on themselves.
It's been 24 days since Lily and Jack Sullivan were reported missing from their home in Lansdowne Station. Family members have speculated the children were taken, but police have remained adamant they do not believe the siblings were abducted. According to Nova Scotia's recently updated policing standards, abduction is defined as when a person under 18 years of age or a vulnerable person is taken without the permission.
I look, so
Summers.
okay, line them up there. We may have to get some thumbtacks. We'll stick them up there. Anyone that's got the names, just lay them up here on this, and I'll know when we'll send them all. Yes, Nova Scotia. Oh. I think where my gut feeling is saying that something happened that night, Thursday night. If the timeline's up correctly, they can't keep their story straight. But she said one time and one time only that she was asleep, in and out of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could she have been hearing a racket? Not just the kids playing, but a racket she didn't want to hear. If you get my drift.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, she gets up, throws some clothes on, she cuts out.
Could be.
And I'm trying to think of some of the simplest things first. She heard him play in the next room, she claimed, but it may not have been playing sounds. They couldn't open that sliding door by themselves. That dog won't hunt. It does look rusty when you zoom in on it. I don't know how the inside is, but most of them clips, when you push, they're hard to push. And I don't know if either one of them could do it. But there's no way she knows they was outside playing or not. The only reason she left is because she knows what happened. And she knows she's in trouble by fooling around with somebody else.
She didn't want to deal with the consequences.
No, she didn't want to deal with consequences. I know I'm old school, about as old as it gets. But I would put my children before me at any given time. I wouldn't hide behind a lie behind my children. Their priority comes first for anything. Well, the trouble of it was, now that I finally listened to one, what had happened was, some people got it confused. It wasn't the first time they went out that they seen this. When they decided to come back and start back at the house again and go back out, that's when they found the boot print. See, it was told right opposite the other way in the beginning. But they wouldn't but one set of boot prints. And that would have been Lily's size boot print. And it was pushed down about 1 inch and 7/8. That's almost 2 inches. No more than what she weighed. She wouldn't have put down no 2-inch dadgum boot print. But if somebody had one in hand and pressed down, yeah, they could get 2.5, maybe 2 1/4, 2.5. But that was the only print there. It had been raining. It was muddy. But right along the side of that is just grass. All anybody had to do was walk up on the grass part, lean over, and put a couple of prints down from the boots. Then, when they come back and started to quit the deal, that's when they seen undies and some other things laying there. So no, they're not looking in the right place. I think it's right there under their nose. I noticed that tarp on that shed is a different tarp now. So what is authorities doing to that, or what is he doing to that? Because she's not there. She's still up there hiding out, not talking to nobody. Hey, Dory. So I wished I would have put down shed every time I heard it. But again, that's my fault. I thought it might have been Summer's way of saying something, but I don't a bit more believe that them children are way gone, no more than nothing. I believe they're right there under their nose. And if people, searchers and all, would back off and authorities set up some cams in some various places and let them think that everything's died down, that they ain't going to do it anymore. No searching. If them children are out there, they're going to be moved. And they'll be called in the act.
If they think about it and be smart, they'll do that. Think about it.
Yeah, they need to trap them at their own game. These crocodile tears and her saying all this crap about in now sleep. She knows they's outside playing. That won't wash. Mm-mm. Well, see, that's the thing. That's the same very thing that I said they need to do with Don and Candace. I said the other day, and I'll say it again. If there's any law that I would change, it would be if your child is missing and under the age of 16, you be put in a jailhouse until that child was found, or substantial evidence shows that you didn't know nothing about it. And that'd be kind of hard to get. So you'd be in there a while. If they get her, the mama, she gonna sing like a bird. She didn't leave that home and take that baby from him for no reason. I mean, it had to be bad. I mean, she had to be hearing something. And I bet you a nickel it wasn't the children playing. It was sounds from them children that she just couldn't stand to hear. And then she cut out. But it says, what have they been hiding? What's hid? So we'll see if this one says anything about it. If not, we'll check a little bit out on the latest one and see what they say. But I don't see how authorities don't see through this. I mean, it's like a glass window. It ain't like you're trying to stare into a mud puddle. I thought FBI and CIA, people that train different companies and police departments and stuff, should be taught how to catch things, as it said. Yesterday, I caught 8 lies in a 6-minute and 38-second clip. Good, because now they're nowhere to be found. but on, like I said, only one set of prints. Where's Jack's prints? Where's his heavy prints where he goes running to outdo the helicopter and all the searchers, and he ran till he was out of breath and he just kept going. Where's his prints? That dog won't hunt. if they could, what I don't know, because if something happened in the house, the first person they're going to try to cling to would be mom. Mom left. Now we're talking spiritually. Mom left. Then babies would have went right with her. If anything happened outdoors, then wherever it took place at, then yeah, they would be there bound until somebody lets them cross over. Then they could say something about the boots. But it's highly unlikely. I think they were already out of the picture. He went and planted that. Somebody planted that. And then the clothes, the undies and whatever else was laying out there. I know a sock. And why would you wear boots with no, especially old rubber boots without no socks?
Unless you were in a hurry.
Man, that'd rub you raw to start with. And it raining, pouring down rain.
You wouldn't unless you were in a hurry.
Yeah. I think they were murdering in the bathroom. It may be, you may be hitting it on the head right there, Pamela. I wish to God I would have wrote that down. Hey, Donna, how you doing, love?
Hey, Donna. Can't see me, but now you can.
I was counting on them, but I just wouldn't write them down because I thought, like I said, it may be Summer's way of thinking, maybe the same thing like way happened to her, but I wish now I would have wrote it down. I stopped at about 12 times I heard shed. If we call out to that woman again and it's said again, I'm going to jot it down. Because now they got a new tarp over that shed. So something's going on. I don't know if these searches are based on down the road from where the Sullivans is, or just over on another road somewhere and not set up just right in front of their house. I don't know. But if they would all scatter and get going and just leave some cams behind in various places that they would not ever think. If they're outdoors, they would be moved, because right now you probably couldn't shove a toothpick up in him with a sledgehammer. I mean, he's on end right now. Nervous. So they need to catch them in their own act. Possibly both. If they would get out of the way, he may have a way of persuading her. Try to settle the family feud. Maybe that's why he wanted to try to do the polygraph. And like they said, even if it was it wouldn't mean that he did or didn't pass. But even if he did, like I said, that wouldn't hold up in court no way. It's only 93% accurate. And if it's non-contested, I mean, it's not saying that he is. It's not saying he's not. And I think that's what he's trying to throw out to people. Yes, they're playing with everybody's emotions. Townspeople, authorities people, they're coming in looking for these children, and what are they doing? All he wants to do is stand in front of a camera and not look and pay attention and act just like what he's doing, like what they said that he was making. Hey, Ashley, how you doing, love? So beat them at their own game. I mean, what do you do when you got a mole on the ground? Damn it. You smoke them out. If everybody would leave and set some cams, That'd take 2 or 3 days for them to start getting a little comfortable, but they would catch them at their own game. Their vehicles, put a camera in it where they can hear phone conversations, anything. They got all this stuff to do with. They can't fool us saying that they don't.
Their legal guardian, Jim Hoskins, is a retired
Hope you've been
HRT
doing okay,
officer
Ashley.
and former major crime staff sergeant. Despite not working the Sullivan case himself or being privy to any information regarding RCMP's ongoing investigation, he can see only 2 remaining possibilities.
What I see from the outside, there's only 2 options here. Criminal involvement, search, they haven't found them yet. They legitimately got lost in the woods.
Retired Halifax cop Jim Hoskins, with 30 years in major crimes, shook the case on May 26th. The RCMP's no abduction stance on May 3rd, just 2 days in, was a big statement, he told CBC. No tire tracks, no stranger sightings. Hoskins sees 2 paths. The kids are lost in Fiona's brutal woods, or it's criminal. But the RCMP's vague updates dodge why they're so certain. Of Canada's 30,000 missing kids in 2024, only 3% stayed unsolved.
We're hanging in there.
Why
Look.
are Lily, 6, and Jack, 4, slipping through? Searches on May 17th and 18th, led by search manager Amy Hansen, hit the trailer hard. 115 volunteers.
They need to quit looking at the trailer. They need to quit looking on that daggum trail and start looking the grounds of the home. When they get out there on that daggum trail, they done pass go. Ain't gonna do them a dime bit of good. And I wish somebody up there would say that to some of them. They are doing their level best to try to find these babies and getting misled every time. That's wrong too.
Scoured 1.2 square kilometers. Why pivot from woods to home? Hoskins's instinct points to the trailer's clutter. A pink boot tucked under a couch. A
There you go. Where's the boot? Crumbled under the couch.
giraffe doodle. Did the RC
Just one boot.
overlook a clue in plain sight? Or are they protecting a bigger secret? Hoskins's warning suggests the RCMP's focus shifted to the trailer. Why won't they admit it? The stepfather's test raises doubts.
Children's stepfather, Daniel Martell, says he has been interviewed extensively since Lily and Jack were first reported missing. You mentioned last time we chatted that you'd offered to do a polygraph test.
That is correct.
Has that already happened?
That has happened.
Right. And did you get results from that yet?
I do have results, and I don't know if I can share those results, but they were good in my favor.
Why can you not share that you either passed something or you didn't? They would nobody tell him that he could not say something if it benefited him to the public. Now, he wouldn't want to say anything incriminating against himself, but they sure ain't gonna nobody tell you don't put something out there that would kind of tell you, okay, well, he's saying this or saying that. No. Ain't nobody gonna tell him that. He just don't want to tell it because it didn't work out in his favor, like he claims.
I'll say that.
Stepfather Daniel Martell dropped a bombshell on May 29th, telling Global News he took a polygraph test he'd requested early on. Results were good in my favor, he claimed. CTV's Hafsa Arif heard the same. He passed. But the RCMP? Not a word. Polygraphs aren't admissible in Canadian courts. Too unreliable, experts say. But they steer investigations. Why no official confirmation? Daniel's been open, handing over his phone, bank statements, Google Maps data, and sitting for 4-hour interviews. I'm the only one keeping this alive,
Why would he need to navigate through them woods? I'm sure he knows them like the back of his hand.
He told reporters. Yet people aren't convinced. If he passed, why the RCMP's silence? Did Daniel even take the test, or is it a bluff to shift suspicion? He claimed the RCMP flew in a polygraph specialist. If true, their silence could mean the results raised red flags, or they're guarding a larger lead. The major crime unit's involvement since May 3rd suggests they're digging deep. What did that needle reveal? The RCMP's silence on the polygraph fuels suspicion. Are they hiding a failed test or a bigger breakthrough? The parent's story starts to crack. The RCMP's May 1st sighting, Lily skipping, Jack trailing, healthy, torches the parent's story. Stepfather.
They've changed color. They're blue. They both look very sickly. That's a daggum lie. Right, 1 day a week. Only money else he makes is doing like they said he's doing.
Daniel Martell and mother Malahia Brooks Murray told CTV the kids were home sick from April 30th to May 2nd, citing Lily's cough. But dashcam footage shows no illness, just kids in motion. Daniel's May 3rd CBC interview chills. They were best friends. Past tense, just 24 hours after they vanished. He listed Lily's sweater, Jack's dinosaur boots, and her strawberry backpack. Details too precise.
There's another dadgum tale. There's another dadgum tale. 2 days ago, it was Lily's boots. Today, now, they're saying Jack's boots. But still, one set of prints. Or it's his. Or it's the other. Why would Lily just have one boot under the couch? They know it's been raining. Wouldn't she want to wear her boots out? I mean, is that not common sense too? I believe these two kids right here got more common sense than either one of them nut job. That's God's truth. I guarantee you they're smarter than either one of them nuts.
For someone who claimed to be asleep. Malahia's May 3rd CTV claim that undiagnosed autism kept the kids from wandering fell apart. Salt Springs elementary staff told CBC Lily loved giraffes, was vibrant. Jack was chatty, dinosaur obsessed, no autism concerns. Why lie about their health and behavior? The RCMP's vague family members in the sighting, Daniel, Malahia, or someone else. Why no name? By May 3rd, Malahia fled to Colchester with toddler Meadow, blocking Daniel online after a family blowout. The parents' contradictions point to the trailer. Whose secret is the RCMP protecting? The family's falling apart. On May 3rd, 2025, Malahia's mother, Cindy Murray, confronted Daniel Martell on Gearlock Road, accusing him of knowing more, Daniel later told CBC. The clash exploded until Daniel's sister intervened. By May 8th, Malahia fled to Colchester with toddler Meadow, cutting Daniel off. Her social media now marked single. Cindy's May 6th,
98% of my fan base is female. Tell me what that means right there. Tell me what that means right there.
The parents' contradictions point to the trailer. Whose secret is the RCMP protecting?
Listen
the
real close
families
for a
falling
second.
apart. On May 3rd, 2025, Malahia's mother, Cindy Murray, confronted Daniel Martell on Gearlock Road, accusing him of knowing more, Daniel later told CBC. The clash exploded until Daniel's sister intervened. By May 8th, Malahia fled to Colchester with toddler Meadow, cutting Daniel off. Her social media now marked single.
What would you guys think about that?
He's broken a bit. Sabina. Oh God, boy.
During the first ever speaking with her and one we listened to yesterday, there were so many lies, and she didn't even want to say Daniel. She said my partner. Daniel. What do y'all think?
Obviously, he broke.
I'm talking about with her claiming at that moment she's single, but she said her partner, and then she said, Daniel.
Might be.
Exactly.
You wouldn't stop yourself when you do it like that if you didn't have a good boyfriend.
Well, start with, all right, you got about 5 factors here. I mean, we're just trying to put clues together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was already done with him.
Yep.
She was seeing somebody probably in their own home. Probably people that come by, probably out in the vehicles, backyard, wherever in the woods, and he knew it, and it all blew up. First off,
And he probably meant to take it out on the kids instead of her.
exactly. Now here it is. He was mad. Plus tax. I wrote down 11 times when they said angry, 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 angry. And that comes from a child's voice, a small female voice, and a small little boy's voice. Angry, angry, angry. 11 times.
But
All right.
he was angry.
Yeah. All right. So that's the fact. That's one factor. Okay. Cheating around, whatnot. That blew things out of proportion. Okay, that's 2. The anger issue toward the children. Okay, that would have been a big factor because he knows if something happened to them, it would hurt her. They always go for the vulnerable. Okay, and then leave. If their claim is correct, which I don't know daggone well it ain't, but if, just say if something, he lost his cool and everything went on Thursday evening, Thursday night, into Friday morning. Thursday would have been the first. Friday would have been the second. Said I seen both of them in the room on Friday. With her leaving, she's got a couple of things on her shoulders here. Either she was hearing some crap she didn't want to ever hear again, didn't ever want to see again, thought that would be her only escape. Him not bringing in much money, that's going to play a damper on a relationship. It can't be one-sided. Everybody knows that. It's got to be 50-50 nowadays, and then some. Okay. Now her boot, Lily's boot, one, is under the couch. But remind you not, I asked Mimi Jean, what's the weather up there? And she said it's been raining all over Canada. Y'all heard it if y'all were here, the ones that was here. There's no way that there should have been only one set of prints out there. I don't think they ever made it to the woods. I really don't. But if he can find a gap or a silver lining in this, then they definitely will be. And that's why they need to all back off and just set up some cams. Yeah, she was done with him a long time ago. I mean, what woman would want to be with a man that couldn't provide for her or at least help provide for her? That's going to put a strain on any relationship. It's got to be at least 50-50. He only worked 1 day a week. max what, $60, 70, if he gets paid $10, $12 an hour, you know. And his other way of making money, they done said it. And that's probably here nor there when he gets to do that. But backpack, you know, is brown now and everything, they say. There was a sock out there. There were undies with blood in it. I mean, come on. It don't take no rocket scientist to figure this thing out. The only thing they need to do is quit being so lenient with both of them. Go get her butt from up there and take her down to the jailhouse. Get him and take him in the jailhouse. Put them in separate rooms. Interrogate them for 10, 12 hours. And be like, okay, well, if you don't tell this, okay, and he tells us this, or vice versa, then you're going to be in prison for the rest of your life. They're neither one going to want that. And they're going to start singing like birds. Authorities need to start doing that. Look at the time that they've already been gone. Look at the time that could have been even before when they claimed. Why is there now a new tarp on top of the shed?
Cindy's May 6th CBC plea was raw, a grandmother begging for her babies. But the RCMP advised her to stay quiet. Why gag a grieving elder?
Oh, shush. They said plainly right here. This was the very first statements that ever come out. Malaya Brooks, stepfather, Daniel Martell. Grandma was there. He lied. He faked it. Why would someone tell that and it not be so? Why would anyone in the realm have any reason to say that without it being true? And now we're hearing it from them that she was. They're telling half truths here. They're not telling the whole picture. And it's going to bite them in the butt. They might well go ahead and come clean.
The Sepeknekatik First Nation rallied, holding vigils with pink ribbons and prayers. Yet Cindy's voice was silenced. Malahia pushed for an Amber Alert, but the RCMP's no abduction stance blocked it. The May 1st sightings family members. Was Cindy there? Why won't the RCMP clarify? On social media, whispers grow. Cindy knows something. Her brief Canadian press call on May 7th, cut short, hinted at fear. Is she protecting someone or scared of what she knows?
Both.
Cindy's clash and the RCMP's gag order suggest a family secret. Why shield it? The town's patience is breaking. Robert Parker's voice trembles with the town's pain. We're scared, he told CBC. The RCMP's giving us nothing. Deerlock Road's trail cameras could hold answers, but Parker's fear cuts deeper. No abduction, no kids, what's left? On the internet, theories explode. Nighttime SUVs, freshly cleaned ATVs, even whispers of an RCMP cover-up. A May 12th community event at West River Fire Hall saw 17 families demand truth. The RCMP's major crime unit, active since May 3rd, has logged 355 tips and over 50.
It's getting hot. Don't need but a flame about 3 foot high and it'll burn his tail.
The
And
interviews,
it's about to get there.
yet no progress shared. Justice Minister Becky Druhan warned on May 18th The misinformation could harm the case, but the RCMP's silence fuels it. Parker makes it personal. They're all ours. Lily loved sparkles. Jack clutched his T-Rex toy. A Stellarton RCMP memorial grows with stuffed animals and flowers, a plea for closure. Why won't the RCMP address the noise? The RCMP's silence is shattering a town's trust. Rumors are filling the void. One truth can't stay buried. 28 days since Lily and Jack Sullivan vanished, the RCMP's May 1st sighting and silence on a polygraph test hide more than they reveal. A trailer untouched, a family fractured, a town broken. Why? Lily's sparkles and Jack's dinosaurs deserve answers. The Sipaknakatik. First Nations prayers echo. These kids belong to us all. Share this video to demand the truth. Got Gearlock Road dashcam footage from April 28th to May 2nd, 2025? Call Northeast Nova RCMP at 902-485-4333. Anonymous tips can go to Nova Scotia Crime Stop.
So she liked glittery things. He likes dinosaurs. Wasn't that strawberries on her backpack?
Yeah. Let's get to that.
Going to be reaching out to a Lily and Jack Sullivan from Nova Scotia, Canada. You know them, know of them. Turn their energy toward me. I got some questions for them. These are children. They need help to be found. I need your help on this one. No telling, look. No telling. Reaching out to Jack and Lily Sullivan. These children need some help here. You know? I got some questions for both of you, if you can hear me, Jack and Lily. And again, I'm JD. Lily Sullivan, did you like glittery things? Jack Sullivan, 4 years of age. Can you hear me? Did you like dinosaurs? The female speaking for him. You said, yeah, he likes them. I want to hear him say these things. I want to hear Lily say these things. Lily Sullivan, hear me, love. Can you tell me? Can you tell me was on your, what kind of designs was on your backpack?